Miami's legendary center.
Let's get ready to rumble!
He was exactly what I thought he would be. He would be that face of our team.
Mourning, bang with a right hand. Nobody stronger in South Beach than Alonzo, who battled both on and off the court.
Alonzo Mourning will not be playing professional basketball this season.
Once I got the news, it totally put life in perspective.
The amazing thing is to come back after a kidney transplant.
Words can't describe, man, how good I feel right now. Thank you, God, yes.
To see him finally raise the championship trophy in 2006, that's what Zoe's about.
His contributions to the game are extensive.
Zoe's legacy goes well beyond basketball.
Off the court, he has developed into one of the most compassionate human beings.
Stay strong for me, all right?
And now he lives in the Hall of Fame.
You don't play the game to get into the Hall of Fame. You play the game because you love it.
Inside the Heat, Alonzo Mourning. Welcome to a special Hall of Fame edition of Inside the Heat. And hello again, everybody. I'm Eric Reed here at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And right here, we're going to take an in-depth look at the life and the career of Alonzo Mourning, one of the great centers in NBA history and a Heat lifer. And now the ultimate prize, Alonzo Mourning has arrived in the Basketball Hall of Fame. You know, when Zoe first came to Miami in 1995, he instantly became the franchise centerpiece for Pat Riley's Heat, and he helped take the Heat to many firsts, including their first NBA championship in 2006. Zoe was a great college player at Georgetown, but his love of the game was born in the same place he was, Roanoke, Virginia.
When obstacles arise, you change your direction. You do not change your decision to get there. I stand here as a man of many directions, of all of which have led me to this place, the right place.
The game of basketball was introduced to me by my father at the age of 8. Basketball was something that people expected that I did, but I was very awkward. I got laughed at quite a bit, and teased, because of my height. That drove me, so I dominated. So I averaged a triple-double throughout my whole junior to senior year. And I was averaging 10, 11 blocks a game. It made it difficult for people to score. So ultimately, we won the state championship my junior year. I think the one thing that made me want to attend Georgetown University is because I kind of watched their style of play. Watching Patrick Ewing block all of those shots, the impact that he was having on the game at that particular time, I was like, wow, I want to do that.
He was such an intimidating force in blocking shots. And he admired Patrick greatly, so therefore he used that as an incentive and an inspiration for him to play well.
He could jump from everywhere, block shots from any direction, and then that's what made him Alonzo Mourning.
I felt like Georgetown was the best scenario for me. That's what helped me make my decision.
With the second pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Alonzo Mourning from Georgetown University.
As a rookie coming into the league, the one thing you wanted to do is just establish yourself in that league. The offense was built around energy. You put forth the energy, you had an impact on the game.
World Series. As a rookie, Alonzo lifted the Hornets to their first playoff series triumph. But in 1995, his energy and impact attracted Pat Riley, which would lead to a blockbuster trade that would bring Zoe to the Heat.
Alonzo Mourning!
That's what started what I think is everything good about this franchise. He was exactly what I thought he would be. He would be that face of our team that we didn't know at the time was not only going to be our warrior, but was really going to be part of our culture.
Mourning, bang with a right hand. Nobody stronger in South Beach than Alonzo.
It raised the profile, and suddenly we weren't the sort of Luange and then could team. We became a national franchise from that day forward.
I knew there was a tremendous responsibility on my hand to start that winning culture.
He was the face of the franchise. Everybody who paid to come into the Miami Arena and the American Airlines Arena, they knew when they walked out of there that night that they got their money's worth.
Mourning slams it home.
He started it with me, and then he brought Tim in. After that, good things started to happen.
When I came here and I saw the intensity level that he played with, how he wants to win, how he likes to be prepared, how hard he works, I was ecstatic.
Blocked by Mourning and taken by Mourning. What a great play.
I've never been around a person that can block shots the way he blocks shots.
Coach Riley's built the team, then we had to put in the work. I was kind of like the Pied Piper, you know, guys saw me doing it. It became contagious.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Together, Mourning and Tim Hardaway led Miami to the 1997 playoffs, where they would meet the New York Knicks in an unforgettable 7-game series.
Mourning for three. Oh! It is all over. Miami Heat have become the 6th team of the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Defeating the Knicks in 97 was just the start of the Heat-Knicks rivalry.
You know, the Knicks-Heat battles were epic. I always felt like, you know, when we played in those games, I felt like the world stopped and everybody was watching us.
Despite the playoff heartbreaks, Alonzo won the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year award in both 1999 and 2000. In that same season, for the 4th year in a row, the Heat and the Knicks collided in the playoffs, featuring another matchup for Mourning against his mentor and rival, Patrick Ewing.
Even though we're great friends off the court, once we step on that court, it was a war.
A part of those games helped make me the Hall of Famer that I am, simply because it really demanded the best of you. I tried to dig as deep as I could to try to find the energy to come out on top. And unfortunately, a lot of the outcomes didn't fall in our favor, but, you know, it was a very exciting game to be a part of.
Welcome back to Springfield, Massachusetts for this very special edition of Inside the Heat. We continue to look back at the Hall of Fame career of former Heat center Alonzo Mourning, who instantly transformed the Miami Heat into a championship contender. He also helped usher the Heat into their brand new home at the American Airlines Arena in 2000. It was also in the summer of 2000 where he won a gold medal with Team USA in the Olympic Games in Sydney, Australia. But it was right after returning from those Olympic Games that life dramatically changed for Alonzo Mourning. His focus was no longer about basketball. It was about life, family, and health.
I am not supposed to be on this stage, you know, considering what life threw at me. The only reason I'm here and the only reason I'm on this stage, and the only reason I did survive is because of God's grace.
After we won the gold medal, Zoe said, look at this. It was like some type of cartoon something, that when you pushed his skin in, it didn't come back to form.
And good evening, everyone. The announcement leaving South Florida and Heat fans everywhere stunned.
Alonzo Mourning will not be playing professional basketball this season.
Once I got the news, you know, it was like, whoa, you know, and it totally put life in perspective.
I just remember seeing a broken man, you know, he was devastated.
Alonzo asked the doctor if he was going to die.
I was one of the people who volunteered to give up a kidney if we matched.
I was stunned, disoriented when I heard it. It was similar to when I heard about Magic.
Yeah, it was difficult because here he is, this physical specimen that took care of his body, ate properly, and yet had this disease.
Alonzo just looked everyone in the eye and said, this is not going to change me. It's not going to change my approach in life. I'm going to work through this.
I remember going to New York and visiting him right after the surgery. He's walked strong right towards me, and he said, I'm going to come back.
And on March 27th, 2001, Zoe was back. Here he comes, Alonzo Mourning. For Zoe, look out!
This day and age, you don't see guys coming back from major surgery and still wanting to play and have love for the game the way he does.
Dunks it home, and the Heat win! In the summer of 2002, doctors were concerned about his health.
Their advice was that I take some time off because of the added stress on the body.
In 2003, Mourning returned to the NBA when he signed with the New Jersey Nets.
As much as we wanted to stay here in South Florida, that New Jersey experience was where we were supposed to be because his doctors were right there.
In December of 2003, Alonzo underwent a successful kidney transplant. The kidney was donated by Alonzo's cousin, Jason Cooper.
Every day that I go, the chances of the kidney lasting longer in my body is greater.
Alonzo re-signed with the Heat in March of 2005 and was back on a mission to finish what he had begun.
I seized the moment. I made all the sacrifices necessary to come back, and the end result was a year later we won a world championship.
Does Alonzo Mourning want this more than anybody else? It sure looks that way.
It was an amazing accomplishment considering all the obstacles I had to overcome to get there, and it was a blessing to be able to contribute to it.
We world champs! Words can't describe, man, how good I feel right now. Thank you, God, yes.
To see him finally raise the championship trophy in 2006, that's what Zoe's about.
Mourning would play 3 more seasons with the Heat before retiring in 2009, and on March 30th of that same year, the Heat organization honored Zoe by retiring his number 33.
To have him be the first one to have that night is absolutely a pleasure, and we're proud because he has been the face of the Heat, and he has been what the Heat's been about for over 20 years.
When you look up at the rafters and you see those banners, Alonzo's was the first and Tim's was the second. They are your foundations for what the franchise is built on.
8 short years ago, I didn't envision this moment happening, and this is probably one of the greatest moments of my life. Working with the organization to continue to get back to that championship level is very fulfilling.
He's a great liaison in player development, talking to our players, and when our players look at Zoe and listen to Zoe, they know that what he says has some meaning.
He's been a great mentor for a lot of the younger guys, and he's been a great role model for the current players.
I was honored, and I was lucky to be able to kind of learn, under Alonzo, and it enables me to go out and do my own things.
He's an incredible example that you can reach all your dreams, and yet you still have an incredible platform that Zoe has learned how to take advantage of to be able to give back. I think that's the most admirable thing, that even though a player is done playing, they can still continue to be the face of the franchise.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Alonzo Mourning loved the game. He truly cherished every minute of his 16-season NBA career, a career that ended with the Miami Heat in 2008. Zoe spent 11 years as a player with Miami and is a Heat legend. Proof? He was the first Heat player to have his number 33 retired. That number will hang from the rafters at the American Airlines Arena forever. And now, August 8th, 2014, the ultimate honor for any basketball player, Alonzo Mourning's enshrinement to the Basketball Hall of Fame, something Zoe and his family will never forget, and something Heat fans will always remember.
It is my name that will be listed here in this incredible facility in Springfield. But this honor is not about me. No one wins basketball games by themselves, just as no one goes through life alone. We are all products of how other people have touched us, taught us, loved us, and pushed us in ways great and small. You don't play the game to get into the Hall of Fame. You play the game because you love it. If you're passionate enough about something, you make enough sacrifices, you work hard enough, you do try to do everything the right way. The ultimate reward is the Hall of Fame. Receiving that call was one of those moments where it was kind of surreal because you're not expecting the call. You just get this call on your cell and you're like, hey, you hear it and you're like, wow, this is too good to be true.
Alonzo would travel to Springfield, Massachusetts, where his Hall of Fame weekend would commence. To kick things off, he and a few other Hall of Famers would take some time to give back to the fans.
How you doing, Zoe?
I'm great.
Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Heat season ticket holders, congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
This is the culmination of a great career and well-deserved. It's a great class that he's going in with.
You please sign my jersey.
Yeah, man.
I can definitely sign it for you.
He's definitely my favorite player because of the way he plays and his aggressiveness.
There you go. You're welcome.
It was incredible. Nothing's going to beat it.
Next up, Alonzo, alongside his fellow inductees, would be presented with his Hall of Fame jacket at the enshrinement press conference.
The one thing that resonates with all of us is that we all have a deep, passionate love for the game. Now we're being commemorated for our efforts. I'm very thankful for that, and I'm looking forward to celebrating this weekend with all of you. God bless y'all. Thank you.
He's just a wonderful guy to be around, and I'm so happy that I do have an opportunity to go in with Alonzo.
The Hall of Fame player was an extraordinary competitor, but off the court, he has developed into one of the most compassionate human beings.
The amazing thing is to come back after a kidney transplant, win an NBA championship, and now, of course, getting into the Hall of Fame.
And finally, the time had come. At Symphony Hall, Alonzo Mourning would be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame.
It's a magical night for Zoe and for Tracy, for his family. It'd be, in his sports life, the greatest moment ever.
I think it's special for all of us to be able to come here and support him on his big night.
It's a great moment. It's a big celebration, especially for the Georgetown family.
Alonzo's been in everyone's Hall of Fame for many years in Miami, but now he's getting the recognition that he's certainly earned and deserves.
He's worked really hard for a long, long time, and this is just really an honor, and it's well deserved.
Welcoming Alonzo to the Hall of Fame are Pat Riley and John Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, Alonzo Mourning.
I am humbled, thankful, and still uncertain how it all came together, but I believe everybody has a story. And I also stand here before you today at this podium in front of this crowd. I can say this is one of those times where I can give. This is not my day. This is Mrs. Fannie Threet's day. This is Coach Thompson's day. This is my entire family and friends who has contributed to this particular moment. This is everyone whose selflessness I spend every day trying to repay. I want to thank you all for recognizing me and all of them. Thank you so much for this amazing honor, and God bless you all.
This night was about so many other people. I'm just so happy to have all my family and friends. You know, I'm able to take a piece of them into the hall with me. I'm happy, I'm thankful, and I'm blessed.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Being inducted to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is the greatest individual honor that any basketball player can ever receive. And Alonzo Mourning resides here now. He is a Hall of Fame player, but he also arrives here as a Hall of Fame person. His tireless and endless charitable work in the community make him a champion both on the court and off. Tell you the truth, the Hall of Fame is a better place with Alonzo Mourning in it.
There's a common thread here, one that sustained me then and inspires me to this day. Through one of my favorite quotes, the truest way to live, the one that leaves the greatest footprint on the lives of many, is to do so for others.
Zoe's legacy goes well beyond basketball.
To whom much is given, much is required. It's something that we truly believe.
Alonzo Mourning and his wife Tracy established the Mourning Family Foundation in 1997. Since its inception, they've raised over $10 million for families and children in need.
I take my hat off to him every single day for what he's doing, not just being a Hall of Fame basketball player, but also being a Hall of Fame person.
He has really come to Miami and made it his own. I just see all the changes that have taken place in this city. He was making changes when nobody else was. It was just Zoe.
What he's giving this city, he's giving this city like, CPR.
Mourning got hearts pumping in Miami with annual Thanksgiving events, Zoe's Summer Groove, and the creation of a youth center in Overtown, an inner city community close to the arenas he played in. And although he doesn't play anymore, he continues to assist others.
Shorts, t-shirts, and all that type of stuff. So, you're welcome, baby. You don't go through life alone, and you definitely don't win basketball games alone. There's a certain level of gratitude and thanks that you got to give and appreciation for other people.
His thumbprint is over all sorts of areas here.
Several years ago when the Haitian earthquake occurred, he immediately said, I'm going down there.
Stay strong for me, all right?
Someone is very devoted to the society and to the changing of life of so many kids, not just in Florida, all around the world.
My man. He's a genuine individual. He has a giving spirit. I love him as an individual and what he stands for. I think he's a true role model.
People look up to him. Players look up to him.
To me, he's the role model of an athlete in the community of what to do.
Zoe's efforts were recognized when he received the 2002 J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award, reserved for exemplary community service. And in 2009, a local high school was opened in the Mourning's name. Further evidence of their imprint on Miami.
This community has been forever touched by the fact that Alonzo Mourning came here.
The first word that comes to my mind when I think about Alonzo is character. He lives, he breathes, in everything that he does.
That all-in philosophy translated on the court as well. Zoe with another block!
3/4 empty. Look out!
Alonzo, the player, much deserving of being a Hall of Famer. It's not something that's given, it's something that's earned, and he earned it.
One of the most competitive guys that ever played basketball.
By far the most mentally tough person and the ultimate warrior.
What kind of legacy am I leaving for this game? Well,
Alonzo Mourning! It doesn't get any bigger or better than that.
When I think of Miami, I think of him. When I think of that team, the Heat, I think of him.
There could never be a question in your mind that Alonzo Mourning was given 110%.
I gave all I could to the game. You get out of it what you put into it. It's no different than in life.
The fact that he's a world champion and the fact that he's also just a champion in the community, his legacy is one that will go on, forever.
I will always bleed Heat red. I'm very, very pleased to say that I took a part of Heat Nation into the Hall of Fame with me. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
Alonzo Mourning continues to work in the front office of the Miami Heat and continues his incredible charity work in the community. I know all of Heat Nation celebrates this tremendous accomplishment with him. The Ultimate Warrior now has the ultimate honor. He's a Hall of Famer, and here he will forever reside with the game's greatest players. Thanks for sharing this special moment with us, and thank you for enjoying this Hall of Fame edition of Inside the Heat. I'm Eric Reed.